This week, me and Javan will be talking to you about video resumes. So how exactly can you create a video resume that catches the eye? I think some of you might have read the LinkedIn post as well, or the email which we sent to you, wherein we mentioned that I had a personal experience with video resume as well 10 months ago. So this is an area which has been improving leaps and bounds over the last few months, and recruiters have started really paying some attention. And we got some emails as well, like, stating, do you have any examples of good video resume which we can share to the candidates? So that actually prompted us to go ahead and do this webinar. All right then. So yes, topic, as you know, how to create a video resume that catches the eye is going to be the core area. Within this, I'm going to be talking about the key elements. Why create a video resume? First of all, why is the normal resume not enough? Why do you need to go ahead and put that extra effort in order to create a video resume? What is a video resume above all? And then types of video resume you can do, and some of the best practices while you record or create your video resume. How exactly can you stand out? And finally, how to get started as well. Okay, now before we get into that, Javan, he has some information for you. Javan, can you please go ahead and help me with the same?
One of the things that I wanted to talk about is that for all the webinar attendees that we have, if you are just new to Vmaker and if you're looking to upgrade to the paid plans, we have 25% off on our premium plans. So you can go ahead and upgrade to our premium plans. I'll be sharing the discount link in the chat box. And it has a validity of 7 days. So within 7 days, you can upgrade to the premium plans. If you have any questions, you can let me know in the website live chat as well. I'll be happy to address all your questions and also help you choose the right plan for you. So yeah, no matter what business needs you have, what kind of content, video content that you're looking to create, Vmaker is a great tool. And for any questions, you can get in touch with me.
So yes, thanks for adding that, Javan. Let's, without any further ado, let's just go ahead and jump into the details. So yes, firstly, we'll go with why create a video resume. I was looking into the statistics, not just on video resume related statistics, but overall how exactly people capture information. And it is surprising that people retain information only 10% of what they hear, 20% of what they read, and 80% of what they see and do. It is pretty common because we tend to have a long lasting memory of our dreams compared to whatever we read the previous day. This always means that whatever you see and whatever you do or whatever you're a part of, when you create an experience, this tends to leave a lasting memory around you. Now this is no exception for video resumes as well. Hiring managers, they go through tons of resume, thousands or hundreds or thousands of resume for every job opening they have, and you have to do something in order to stand out from the crowd. Now for that, you obviously need to do something like video resume, which people are trying today in order to help them stand out. Apart from that, this also creates an experience for them. Imagine you're going through hundreds of resume and all of a sudden something stands out, whether it is in terms of design or whether it is in terms of format. Then obviously your mind starts to pay extra attention to whatever this person has shared. It is a relief, and it is also an experience for the person who has been mining through all the resumes so far. Now if this is not enough, they also did a survey, which has to be the standard rule. You have to mention some statistic in order to convince people. So they did a survey with 2,000 hiring managers into consideration, and 60% of them told that they actually prefer a video resume instead of sharing them the normal resume whenever somebody applies for a job. So this is a pretty staggering statistic stating that 60% of recruiters are moving towards something unique, something different from the regular norms. So if you want to crack the shortcut, and if you want to pioneer compared to the others who are still entering into this market, then here is your chance to go ahead, create your resume in a video format, and probably land in your dream job up next. So this brings us to the question, what exactly is a video resume, and how exactly can we do that? Well, video resume is pretty simple, and it is similar to your text resume, but except this time that we are using more than just text in order to share your personality, in order to share your skill set and your interest. What happens here is that just like normal resume, you will take the recruiter describing the context of your resume as well as walking him through your experience. You will get the opportunity to share a story. This means you can connect with the recruiter because they see your face or they hear your voice. Because of this, you can establish a connect and share them what kind of personality you are as well with the recruiter. Now, this again goes with the previous statistics which I shared, due to which you have to create a video resume apart from just believing in the numbers. Okay, the next question is types of video resume. The image on the right I have is one of my from one of my favorite movies. It is called The Intern. If you guys haven't watched it, please watch it. In the first few minutes, you will see, the main character who will be applying for an internship, being a 60 or 70-year-old, and he'll be preparing a video resume. And you cannot get a better template than that in order to create your own resume. But then you have some other options as well. You have the screen plus webcam option. So that is my recording there, wherein instead of just giving them, a fake resume which says Jill Santos, I was trying to walk them through, the resume as well. So I was trying to walk them through what are the credentials they have, what are the interests they have, and what has been my experience. So whatever that is listed there, I was trying to give them a story and tell them the context or tell them an interesting incident behind whatever experience that I have portrayed in my paper. So this obviously gives them a little more information than just reading the text paper. Now, you have a couple of options. For example, I was using Vmaker, and just to give you an intro, so yes, this is the video which I was talking about. So this is a sample resume or a sample video resume which we prepared, wherein I decided to go with the screen plus webcam option. The reason being, people can see my face plus, go through the text at the same time. If you are a camera shy person, then at any point of time, you can always choose to go with the screen only recording, and you can even, share a part of your screen instead of sharing the complete screen. You can also see that I was using the annotate symbol to just portray some of the things in my resume, so that just to drive highlights or specific intentions to part of the content which I'm talking to. Another interesting thing I want to share with you is the views option which you see here. So if at all I'm sharing this resume with somebody, or cold emailing your job profile is something we all do in the early stages of our career. Now, if we are doing something like that, apart from just tracking the links, you can also see how many people have viewed this particular content, and you get them as views and anonymous views. Anonymous means this person hasn't signed up to Vmaker, but they have watched your video. So you get that information as well, and this gives you a confirmation that the recruiter, whether they have watched it or not. So yes, if you are a camera shy person, please feel free to use the screen recording option. If not, you can always use the screen plus webcam recording option. um, so stating that there are a few other options as well for you. You can always create an animated related video resume based on an animation story. You can always create videos based on doodle. But the only reason why I would always suggest going with the screen plus webcam option is because those kind of videos are good for your profile. If at all, let's say you have a personal website, and if you want to have a profile video of yourself, then yes, those things are good to have. But then if you're submitting your resume to one particular company or a particular recruiter, then I would definitely suggest you to come up to the camera, and if not your face, at least your voice being shared through the video will create a personal connect, with the recruiter or with the team who has been looking into your application. So next comes the biggest question. We have spoken enough about why, what, and how. Now let's talk about the how. I'm sorry, we're just going to talk about the how. So creating a killer video resume, what are the ingredients that goes into creating one such good resume? I would like to rate my favorite 6 components that will go into video resume. The first thing obviously is starting with the script. Now, many people, the mistake they do is, okay, this is my resume, I know everything in that, so I'm just going to go ahead and walk them through. No, that is not the case. A video resume is not a voiceover of whatever that has been written in your resume. You have to weave a story around whatever you have mentioned in your profile. You have to create connecting points between one to the next. Your story has to be impactful, because imagine, they can just go ahead, read the content, and they can figure out who you are. So if you're putting in that extra efforts, then you need to add more value than whatever that is there just in that paper. So which is where storytelling comes into picture. Start with the script and go ahead with a story for yourself, how exactly each point connects to the other. That is number one. The second one is a bit extensive, but then if you do it, you will get the maximum output out of it. Personalizing the pitch. Yes. So if at all you're applying for a specific position, a specific company, then try to personalize your pitch as much as possible with respect to the position you're applying, with respect to the product they are into, with respect to the location, company, whichever data points you can collect about the company. Try to personalize it as much as possible. Now this will create a direct connect with the recruiter. Of course, like I said, if you're applying for multiple companies, then this is going to be a difficult task, but then if you do it, you will definitely reap the outcome at the end. And the third one is mind the time. So yes, we all love watching videos of people whenever they send, they get creative, and it's very enjoyable to watch all those videos, but we all have only enough time, which means people have to be really, really, really conscious about the time, and you have to create that interest in the first 10 to 20 seconds of the video. If you lose it, then you're done. So which means the first point again comes into picture. Start with the script, write a really good story, and make sure you have the hook in the first 10 to 20 seconds so that people stay with you for a longer time. The fourth point is to go creative. Now, take out the templated approach, the one which I shared you before. Now, to be honest, this is not at all creative. Like, this is probably the easiest one which anybody can go and do. Just share my profile, just like what I'm doing right now. I'm just sharing the PDF, I'm just creating a Zoom recording with whatever. But how creative can you get? Can you add some motion graphics to it? Can you make some presentations or animation to the presentation which you're sharing? Or can you add some custom backgrounds in order to make you look cool? Or you can also use the frames option within Vmaker. That is one more thing which we introduced for these kind of things, wherein unfortunately, let me just see if I can open it. If not, at the end, I'll just give you a quick demo of the frames option as well. How creative can you get with that? And you can also try some different things, with the resume format, with the structure you have presented your content. You can always be creative, but at the same time, the fifth point comes into picture right next to it. You should sound professional. Now, don't go overboard, don't do anything too much. Make sure you sound really professional, so that you stick to the timeline and you stick to the subject to which you are discussing. And the final one is to get a very closed feedback. Once you are done with the video, don't go ahead and share it with the recruiter right away. Hopefully you have some nice friends and colleagues who are well wishers for you. If not, at least your parents. Anyone who can look into your resume and give you some constructive criticism is the one whom you need to reach out to. If not, you can always send it to us. Me and German will be happy to have a look into it. So you can always you need to have a closer feedback circle and get some feedback on the first two takes, and then you share it with the people whom you're supposed to share it with. So these are my 6 favorite components in creating a killer video resume. If you can do this right, then obviously you're going to stand out from the hundreds of applicants which you share. After all, the easiest way to get started with the video resume is to try it with Vmaker. Just like how I showed, you can just share your resume as a PDF in a browser, and then just click on and open the Chrome extension, and you will be good to go. You always have the screen option, the screen plus webcam option, or just a screen option in order to go ahead and choose the recording type. You can also avail the discount code. I think Javan would have shared it by this time in the chat window. Javan, yes?
Yes, I have.
All right. So yes, you can make use of that coupon code if at all you guys are looking to get into a paid plan of Waymaker to use some additional features apart from the basic one. So yes, stating that, that is pretty much we wanted to share with you about video resume. Hopefully some of this are useful, and hopefully some of these tips help you land into your next dream job as well. If you guys have any questions, let's go ahead with that. If you're watching in YouTube, thanks for watching it. Now, don't forget to subscribe and try out Vmaker. The link should be there in the description for you to check it out. Unfortunately, you won't get the discount code, but once you sign up, you will get the email regarding the next webinar. You can join there and get the updated plan at a discounted price. Thank you. Thank you for staying with us all this time. Jovan, let's go for the questions now, if at all we have any. And okay, let's just give it a minute to see if there are any questions. Meanwhile, I'll try to open up. Javan, do you is the Chrome extension? Can you just try with the Chrome extension to showcase the frames option alone?
Yeah, sure. Just a minute. I'll do that. So yeah, so to use the frames feature, the first thing that you have to do is select the screen and webcam option, and right next to the webcam bubble, you'll be able to see this confetti icon from where you can actually select the frames. So just select on that section, and from here you can click on the frames tab to have a look at all the library of frames that we have. So right from the different shapes that we have to really creative ones like these ones, to make all that character to your video and make it a little more quirky, all of that can be done using frames. And especially the one where you're able to add your name. So this is very interesting because if you are into sales, or if you are into a lot of video emails, this is extremely useful. All you have to do is just type in your name or a context to your video over here, and you will be able to see that it starts reflecting right below the webcam bubble. I can just type my name over here, and yeah, so you can do that. You can also change the colors to suit your brand colors, right? Any color that you have, you can make your font to appear in that particular color, change the font as well. So yeah, so these are some of the customization that you can do in terms of frames. And we also keep updating our library with different frames for different seasons and those sort of stuff. So you constantly have new frames getting added to your frames collection as well. So yeah, this is really interesting, something that we have on Vmaker, and just to make the video a little more engaging.
Awesome. Then thanks, Javan. Thanks for adding that. So yes, guys, that is another thing which we do. If at all you need to create it, make it more engaging. If not, at least make it stand out, or people want to remember your name at the end of the day. That's the least option you can do. You can just go ahead and use the frames option. As you can see, the custom backgrounds option is also something we are working on at be in picture pretty soon as well. So yes, with that, I don't think we have any questions. We have no. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for joining in today. And if you guys have any questions even after this, please feel free to drop us a message in our chat, and we'll be right with you.